Let me pick up on that because, as I was just discussing earlier, President Trump is considering, and in fact is going to set up a council, reopening the country council this week, is considering lifting his stay-at-home guidelines as early as the end of this month and beginning to reopen the economy. If the president goes ahead and does that, will you listen to him?
Well, we know, Chris, that the most optimistic models demonstrate, and the ones that the White House task force has pointed to repeatedly, are based on keeping stay-at-home directives in place through the end of May. So what we're looking for is sustained periods of decreasing infection, sustained periods of decreasing hospitalizations, and that will be a signal to us in Washington that we see the containment of this virus, and also that our medical system can withhold growing hospitalizations. And I think that's going to be key, not only for us in Washington, D.C., but for the entire nation. But keep in mind that the most optimistic modeling points to interventions remaining in place through the end of May.
You say the end of May. As I pointed out, the president's talking about maybe the end of April, May 1st. So you're saying if he starts saying we're going to start relaxing those guidelines, which aren't in order, you're the mayor, you're in charge in D.C., are you saying you won't necessarily follow his direction?
I'm saying that we're going to follow what the data on the ground tells us. As we have heard directly, the president hasn't issued any stay-at-home orders for any jurisdiction in the United States of America. And we are looking to our own experience in Washington, D.C., our levels of infection decreasing, our hospitalizations decreasing. Do we see the number of lives lost in our city decreasing? And we know when we see sustained levels of those numbers, just for a few examples, then that is a trigger to us to tell us how we can start to get our economy going again. But we're also looking to examples around the world. We know we can't just flip a switch and have everything go back to normal, because if we do that, we could suffer a rebound and lose all of the gains that we've made by strict social distancing in our town.